Hello, collective. So as I was kind of like setting up, and I just did sit and blaze, as I was like kind of, doing everything, getting into my groove thing, I heard this song called You and Me. And it's a song by Yellow Wolf. And it's about, through his whole life, okay, he's always had music. Music was always something that clearly he wanted to pursue, he wanted to do. And no matter what, no matter how much he worked, no matter what his situation was, he always had music. Now, for some of us, we can relate to that because it's not that we had music, but we had painting, or we had smoking, or we had, molding, or welding, or anything, reading, right? As long as you had something with you at all times, it was like you weren't alone, right? And like life is so hard, and it's even more difficult when you don't have people around you, or when people don't understand what it is that you're trying to do because they don't see the material gain in it at the time. And it's like, well, everybody has to sacrifice, and I think that, even school is a sacrifice. Sacrifice your time, your money, your brain, right? Your space, everything. It completely takes over your life. And like, that is a sacrifice, believe it or not. And then sometimes the way that the dream starts isn't the way that it was in your head, right? Like, not everybody's going to love you right away, or not everybody's going to appreciate you right away. Sometimes it takes a lot of hard work and dedication to gain any respect in this world at all. So Taurus, we're stepping into the unknown. What is this all about? This is the season of the witch. Oh. Okay. As you can see, I don't know if you watch my videos, but I shuffle cards a specific way. The way that I shuffle them is so then they get reversals and uprights. As you can see, if you notice, I've been shuffling these cards so that cards do not come in reverse, because I want to take them all in their upright position, because that's what I want to fucking do. But, as you know, the cards, they decide their own fate. So this falling in love went in reverse with the unknown. So it's funny that I'm talking about falling in love with something, and here, from the looks of it, you got to fall out of love with something. Oh, I just got divorced. Someone's got to get a divorce. We also had ceremony, and the way that I flipped it was in divorce. And then if you think falling in love with ceremony in reverse, it's like somebody has to reverse something. Silent night. If by night the world should sleep, a sleep so deep the silence be deafening, there would be sound, nothing at all nothing would sound. Sneaky attack. Like, these aren't, I'm wondering if these are all going to be like peaceful, beautiful, magical readings with these cards, and I'm getting a different picture of them already. Like, I'm already like, okay, the world of reverse for the Yule Oracle, here we go. You're going to play by your own rules, aren't you? Oh, no. Somebody went into something with their eyes closed. And I think they just hoped for the best. Oh, God, what did you do to yourself? Collective. What have you done? I'm sorry. I'm moving the fucking camera around like it's a fucking earthquake. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I see two people falling out of love with one another. And maybe the thing is that maybe this is completely unknown to you. Like, maybe your partner is falling out of love with you and you have no idea because they haven't said anything to you. Maybe that's what it is. Something, okay, there's a falling out of love, okay? So Somebody looked at this card the other day and said it looked like the abominable snowman eating somebody. I was like, you would say that, because like to some people, that's what love is. The abominable snowman eating them alive, like a bear. Oh my gosh, I watched this Joe Rogan podcast on how he explains how a bear attacks somebody. It is the most vile thing I've ever heard in my life. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, that makes so much sense. Like, I watched a baby bird get attacked the other day by a magpie right in front of my eyes. And I have a balcony right here. I was able to see through this little tiny space. He took him out of the tree onto the ground and just fucked this baby bird up. And I was like, that's exactly how a bear would attack. Because he was just like going down with his beak and taking out pieces and going down and taking out pieces. And that's how a bear attacks, right? They just kind of like pick you apart like a salmon. They don't really know what they're doing, right? Oh, God. Yes. This is what I'm talking about with you. I don't think you knew what you were doing. Okay? I mean, to people, it might have looked like you knew what you were doing, but, yo, I don't think you knew what you were doing. Okay? There, now you can see the card. I don't think you knew what you were doing. And I think you just kind of made a wrong turn, okay, with something. And, you know, this could be you also kind of like falling out of love with something. And being like, you know what, I can't love you anymore. Like when you fall out of love with somebody, it's almost like you don't really mean to fall out of love with them. It just kind of happens. And whatever ceremony that you had, okay, like I knew this guy back in the day who married this girl, and my sister was at the wedding. So it kind of confirmed already how I felt about him, because I didn't know like how much of a psychic I was, and I didn't know how well I could read people's energies. So like when I started opening up my gifts, I often asked people the most inappropriate questions, because that's what I wanted to know, because that's what I was picking up on them. Like if they were molested, right? If they were beat, shit like that. It was so inappropriate, but it was like freeing to these people to have these types of conversations with me. So I just went ahead and did it. So for sometimes though, I had to go and ask other people who knew people that I was picking up on, and like if I was picking up this right energy. So I picked up from this guy that he had made the biggest mistake of his life marrying this woman. And I kind of knew it, but I suspected it, but because nobody ever talked about it, like people had mad respect for this guy. They didn't want to talk about him behind his back and shit, even though his best friends did, right? But it was more constructive talking behind one's back than bashing somebody, okay? His friends never bashed him. They all really loved him, to be honest. And when I finally brought it up to my sister, I was like, you know, why do I feel like those two being married is fucked? Like, why do I feel like he didn't want to do that? And she was like, well, you should have saw him at his wedding. When he said, I do, he fucking screamed it. And he was like, I do. Like, and then I spoke to his brother about it. Because then I was like, you know, me and his brother we started working together, so we became kind of close. And his brother would talk to me sometimes about things, and not personal things. Like for the most part, he spoke about himself. But when he brought up his brother one day, and his brother just wasn't doing good that day or something, and he was a little bit worried about him or something. And I was like, you know, how was he on his wedding day? Like, you know, you would have known. Like, how was he okay? Like, what is up with this? And he was like, I think he had to give him a drug. He was so fucked. He was like, he wanted to take off in the morning. He wanted to leave. He didn't want to get married. His brother had to like calm him down. This is what his brother said anyways. I don't know if his brother was completely full of shit. I have no idea. Right? This is what his brother said. He had to go over there. He had to calm him down. It was like as if sorry. I don't like to say people's names, but it was almost as if the guy was saying that if his brother had had a gun in his head, he would have blown his head off. Like, that's kind of how he was explaining it. And he had to, like, calm him down with, like, a drug, I think he said, or with, like, a beer or something before he got married, because he knew he wasn't supposed to. And then I remember my sister getting married, and she bawled her eyes out that morning. She was so depressed, and she didn't know what was going on. And I was, like, right there. She didn't even tell me, right? I had no idea what was going on with her. She's so quiet. She holds so much inside, that unless I say something, she won't say anything. I have to read it off of her. Like, I have to read her to know what's going on. So then she'll talk to me, right? That's my job with her, is to get her to talk, because she won't speak, right? Some people won't speak because they've been so traumatized when one time they spoke and somebody didn't want them to, right? So now they're traumatized to speak when they need to, because that one time that they needed to, they were told to shut up. So this might be along that line of like somebody having the worst morning ever. You know who I just felt like I looked like there for a second? That guitarist from Guns N' Roses. What's his name? Thrash? Or Trash? Whatever. Oh God. Thrash, I think, right? Clash? Flash, Clash, Trash. One of those. You know, he's got the hat. I feel like I just looked like him for a second. Oh my God, it was so creepy. Trash. That's what, Thrash? I think I'm pretty sure it's Thrash. Anyways, that was weird. Okay. Maybe you like Guns N' Roses? Are you GNR fan? Okay. Yeah. What are we gonna do? Yeah, I feel like that's probably the best. I'm gonna see what the Godfather says. Yes, this is Pajama Tarot. I made my pajamas. I've been painting this marijuana leaf. I'm going to show you it at the end of the reading. It's coming along quite nicely. Okay, give me this. Give me this unknown and falling in love in reverse, please. Man, so many cards have been landing right on my knee. But look, there's another card. Telling stories. Okay, we're gonna get more into that card as we go. Okay, heartbreak, betrayal. Pronounce your R's, Whitney. Yeah, it could be the woman that's fallen out of love here. We got Queen of Cups in reverse. And then we've got anxiety in reverse. But we also have heartbreak, betrayal upright. So I'm kind of thinking it's this woman, feminine energy, that has hurt this guy, or that is about to leave this guy. This man. Yes, look at this. I just got that men. Yeah, this is obviously hurting some men, I think. So there's a huge risk for this queen to do this. She might just I don't know, man. She might midnight move on somebody, or she might just take off. Like the thing, remember I was saying somebody likes to talk about something? So that's why we get this, I think that's why we're getting this telling stories. I kind of feel like somebody has been talking about it, or maybe she's been talking about it, and now you're finding out, right? Because it says, what words to tender can be spoken so bravely unless they are true from the truest of words. So when grandfather tells a story, by the fireplace, these children believe what he's saying. So if this person's trying to get out of this marriage, then they're trying to get help, or somebody is talking about it, okay? And it's not going to be so unknown. It's not going to be so silent soon. I think you're going to find out something. You could come from a small town or something like that, and people know, people know people. As I said that, people know people. Look what came up. High Priestess, secrets. Like, I'm telling you, some people know about this. They definitely know what this queen is wanting to do here. These secrets that she's hiding. It's like sleeping with the enemy, but she's the enemy, not you. Right? So she's like gonna midnight pack and stuff, and she might even be acting like she's some type of victim in something. She might be. We don't know for sure. And then we got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So I think something's gonna go really bad for her. I think this risk, this new beginning that this person wants, I think it's not in the stars. I don't think it's fated. I think they're trying to take something. I think that they're just trying to be an asshole on purpose, and it's going to blow up in their face. Happiness and family. Literally what I'm talking about right now. Like, this is going to blow up in their face. They're leaving their family behind to go and do something. Y'all ever heard of infidelity? I'm pretty sure that's like an automatic divorce and takeaway of assets. Oh, I can't make this up if I tried. Look at that. The Queen of Coins to the Four of Swords rests. This money bitch is resting. She thinks she's going to get something. She thinks she's going to get this money and it's laid to rest. Like, no, man, you did something. You ain't getting anything. You ain't going where you think you're going. Maybe she thinks that someone's going to give her a bunch of money and then she's just able to go on some trip. Oh, somebody lied. I think somebody lied to her. I do think somebody's lying, though, in general. There could be somebody around you that you asked and they said no. They said they didn't know anything about it, but they actually do know everything about it. They're just refusing to tell you. There could be, I also kind of see that as being divorce papers. She might already have everything drawn up. My stomach just rumbled. It's still rumbling. That wouldn't surprise me if she's got all the paperwork already done. Like, she thinks she's just going to be able to get right out of this. And no one's talking about it. So people know about this, but no one's talking about it. Oh, no. The devil. I flipped it in reverse, so I'm not going to take it in reverse. This person, the devil's got a hold of them. The devil's making them do all this stuff, knowing that he's just going to take his cut and leave. Page of Wands in reverse. The dead body. I almost think it's like, over my dead body, are you going to get this? And you know what? I've been starting to say that. So, okay, if you feel like something's going to happen, if you feel like somebody's fucking with you or fucking with your fate or fucking with who you are, making you hang in something, taking justice into their own hands, something like that, thinking that they can pull off whatever they want to pull off because they're so smart. Honestly, when they come to you, or if they say anything to you, if you see them in a dream or whatever, I've started to say, over my dead body. Because it seems to stop people in their tracks. Because I don't have anything to live for. I don't have any kids. I don't have any family. I got my sister. And if I go, she goes. She ain't hanging around. Are you fucking kidding me? So I've even taught her this. Because people fuck with our shit way too much, and I am over it. I'm done. I'm not going to live like this. I'm not going to live under this type of spell work or curse work or hex work, whatever the fuck it is. Whoever wants credit for trying to destroy innocent people's lives, whoever it is, over my dead body. You just look at them. If you try and take that, you're going to have to fight me for it. And it's over my dead body. I'll fight to the death. And I will. Anybody who knows me knows I'll fight to the death. In any dimension, any dream, any conversation, any fight. I've never even been in a fight. People are so fucking scared of me, they run away. I've got so much energy, I've got so much power, I will fucking destroy anybody that it scares me, the rage inside of me, that I have to contain it to a point where, like, I gotta put a lid on it. Because I'll fucking rip somebody's asshole apart if they come anywhere near me, let alone try to steal. Oh my gosh, now I'm getting Mrs. Doubtfire. You know, when that guy tries to steal her purse from walking across the street? Okay, I swear to God, that's me, right? This other person comes out from this sweet 80-year-old woman, okay? And I don't know what it is, but I know that it's in there. And, there's been this van that's been stalking people at my work and following women around and taking pictures. And one of my bosses goes, for some reason, Whitney, I feel like they wouldn't mess with you. And I was like, I'm too much energy, man. People don't want to fuck with me. I'm never going to give them what they want. I'm never going to bend over. Unless they've got me somewhere where I'm tied up and I'm submissive and I can't do shit all about it, I will fucking fight till the end before I get into those cuffs. And that's what they say, you know, like I've watched a lot of survivor videos and stuff along my journey of surviving. I, watched a lot of people, especially women, and they said, you know, I knew that if I got into that car, it was over. I knew that if those cuffs went on me, it was over. I knew, you know, like, because they can all see it. They see a danger right away. Like, if I get in that car, that's it. If he gets me into that van, if he gets me into that shed, it's fucking done. So you got to do everything you can before that one lockdown happens, right? Because if you get into that lockdown, now you're fucked, because like 3/4 of that freedom is gone. And then you could get moved, you could get even more isolated. Once they know that you become a threat, then you go into solitary. Like, now I'm talking like prison terms if you try to break out, you know, like stuff like that. Like, I don't know where we're going with this reading, but literally, I don't even know where I was going with that. That was pretty big though. But it's like 2 pages in reverse. It's like I have to see that. I have to say that, because this person, automatically both of their ideas go in the shitter immediately. Like, it's like one idea gets killed right away, and one idea they just end up gossiping about. They never do, because they can't do it. That's the funny thing. Loss and sadness. So I definitely am picking up that someone's going to be going through something pretty soon, and I think it's losing this Queen of Cups. I think this person's going to be pretty sad about it. But when someone's got a hold of them like they do, then, I mean, really? In order to save yourself, you're just going to have to walk away. Marriage and inheritance. So this, I do think that this is somebody's marriage coming to the shitter. All right? And there's the Empress with the Knight of Wands. It's like, I really think that this is going to happen pretty quick with somebody's wife. Okay? It's an offer. Maybe you offer to just get them out right away. Maybe you just make them an offer, like, here's half of everything, just go. Okay? This is the Star in reverse, okay? But I feel like somebody just wants to make peace, and also Justice is here, and the Magician. So, wow, that's kind of like a change of energy right there. I think that if you just make this person an offer, okay, it's not what you want, it's not a wish that you want, it's not losing this connection, is not something that you want to do, but when you realize that you have to do it, you have to just let people go that clearly are trying to leave behind your back anyways. You might end up making them an offer. And actually, I heard that. I heard somebody settling out of court. So maybe this doesn't even make it to court. Like maybe, you just don't fight. You just give them what they want. Clearly they just want a lot of money. You're going to give them a lot of money. You're going to give them whatever it needs, because whatever it is that they think that they're going to do, it's not going to work out. Okay? And then we got Justice and the Magician. So I think magic takes place with this Justice. Like it's almost like it might go so good that you weren't even expecting it. Right? Because you handle yourself so well that you just let this woman have whatever she wants. That's also in a movie. I can't think of what it is, but this man, this wife is such a bitch. But he just goes like, it's okay. Just whatever she wants, she can have it. Like they had been together for like 20 years or something like that, 10 or 20 years, something like that. And he just didn't want to fight. Because you're the one that has to live with that energy, like somebody else is trying to run behind your back and get a quickie divorce behind your back, then fucking let them. I mean, are you going to really try and stop them? Like, do you really want that hanging over your conscience again? Like, the next time you guys have a fight, is she going to go off and see another fucking lawyer? Like, that's just juvenile. It's like, grow up. Maybe she needs to see fucking divorce papers. Maybe this is the thing, is like, maybe you need to call somebody's bluff for once. And not be like, I just know you want my money. I just know you want... No, call them on your fucking bluff. Right? Sign the goddamn papers. Get the fuck away from it. Because it's called tough love. Like, I know people don't want to do it, because then they're like, well, that person's never going to come back. They're going to hate me forever. Yeah, well, okay, if they hate you forever, then they're an asshole. But if they realize that you just saved them, then they're going to be a little angry for a while. But then they're going to come back and they're going to thank you for it. See, nobody wants to wait for the thank you. They just want peace and love in that situation right away. But that's not how it is. That's not how people need to be taught things. That's not how people need to learn. It's not about peace and love. It's about doing the right thing. Always has been, and it always will be. And I just kind of feel like for somebody, it just goes smoothly. They somehow are able to get out of this faster than what they think. I think that's what it is. And I think it's because this queen is so loco that she's already got an itinerary. And that's what I talk about itinerary sometimes on the channel, because I say that they are very scary to have. Okay, because storms can come out of nowhere. It's always nice to have a little bit of a basic plan, but you don't know how things are going to unfold. You have no idea. You can't predict every move that everybody's going to do. Even I can't, and I'm a fucking psychic who's been doing this for 20 years. Okay, and even I can't predict every single little thing that's going to happen, because that's not the way that energy works, and it's not the way that I want to read. That's not right. Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. So anyways, be very careful with pre-planning things, okay, because it ain't always going to work that way. So that is your reading, Taurus. Thank you for watching and subscribing and joining the channel. I'm thinking of a new name. I haven't got it yet, but it's almost there. We're almost passing into the next name of the channel, which I'm super, super, super stoked for. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something pretty fucking cool. And because you've waited so long and patiently, this is what she looks like right now. She's coming along quite nicely. There's been a lot of shading and a lot of work. I've worked on it for hours now, getting those lines and everything fucking perfect. So that's what she looks like right now. Gonna be working on it again, woo, tonight or tomorrow and the next day. Who knows? But that's what she's looking like. So yeah, I just got oil fucking all over me like I always do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for writing all those really nice things. It's so nice when you guys write comments and stuff. I truly enjoy it. I read every single comment that you guys write. Every single one. I don't miss a comment. There aren't very many, but I read every one. That's why I heart them, so you know I read them. That's what I do. Yeah, if you want a personal reading, Whitney Moonshine at gmail.com. And you can also visit the About section to see the types of readings that I do. And I do quite a bit because I like to give people a lot of variety. We are all different. So that's what we do there. And thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And word to your mothers.